Oh, greetings and salutations, brothers and sisters. Um, yeah, so I got some good stuff done today. Got that table on the way. I think that was a good choice, the 46, and it'll be mobile, so I can move it around. You don't have a lot of room in that room. I was looking at the DJ room today. I was staring at those turntables and mixer and all the audio equipment and all the lights, thousands of dollars in lasers and shit. I'm not some DJ who makes a living at it. It's just a hobby. And I'm like, man, I haven't touched these things in months. Maybe I should. I mean, they're the top of the line, everything pretty much. So I checked out what the used market's going for. And they're still, they don't take that much of a hit when you buy the top echelon version of something, right? So buy once, cry once applies to the DJ world too, apparently. So there's some decent money there. But then I stop. I'm like, yeah, but it's a passion. You love doing it. But I stopped going live on Facebook because Zuck was just killing all my live feeds. Copyrighted music, mutes, and shit. Like within a couple of minutes of friggin' ending the live stream. And then getting threatened with bans and 30-day mutes. And I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth it. I have tons of mixes up on Mixcloud that I did when I was really into it. I still get likes on some of them, even though most of them are pretty shitty. It's just me having fun. I'm looking at that. I'm talking to Nick. Nick's a good guy. We're like, all right, trade 2.0. Let's get back on the horse. I'm still waiting on confirmation of my bank card arriving, and there's two charges left where I called the number today and the automated thing said, we're waiting to hear back from the merchant. I was like, fuck the merchant. It's a stolen debit card. So either they're going to take the loss or you guys are. I know I'm not. Show me the money. I'm going to call them back, and you have to go through a maelstrom of push one for this, two for that, listen to a spiel for 2 minutes, and push four for that. Sorry, I didn't register that, and you start all over. It's a pain in the ass. But I want to talk to a human being and say, no offense. You get paid 10, 12 bucks an hour in a call center or you work from home, and I can tell you're reading off a script. So obviously, you have no power to do anything here. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the company you work for because they suck. Transfer me a couple levels up to somebody that has the ability to actually make something happen. Thank you. And then you hear paper shuffling. I don't know what the response is for that. It's like, put me on hold and transfer me to somebody that can do something for me, man. I want my damn money. I'm gonna flex on the Pours beer. I love that flex on the Pours shit. It's hysterical, especially coming from me, right? That's the whole irony of it all. The king of Pours talking about flexing on Pours. I mean, it's just it's poetic in a way. So yeah, I'm talking to Nick, and we're like, all right, let's get back on the horse because I sent him a thing. He was looking for he wants a Zev rail, and I saw that the 9s and the 15s are in stock over at, where the hell was that? It wasn't Safe Space. It wasn't Discounts. It was one of them. I think like Big Tex. And he said he was looking for one. And then we started. I was like, all right, so you want to start over and see what you want to do? And he's like, did you get any hits on your rifles you put on arms list? I was like, not a one. Not a one. I even dropped the prices. I did that as a feeler, just to see if I got any bites. I understand people hesitate to buy a built rifle, even if it's built by somebody who seems to really know what they're doing. If it's like buying a car that's been modified versus never touched in stock. Stock one's probably going to be more reliable because it wasn't fucked with. Versus some guy that's got turbochargers and wheels and modified ECUs and all that shit. It's like, yeah, that's great, buddy, but I don't know what you did to it. I don't know how you did it, and I'm not going to pay you 40, 50 grand for a vehicle that next week could just explode in the parking lot because you're an idiot. So I'm sure that logic goes into buying rifles too. I'm not getting any hits. And then we started talking. He's interested in. He wants that DDC rail, but he's not sure when because he doesn't really have a build for it. So I'm like, that's on the table. I was like, basically everything on the Suns Geisley is up for grabs, even the Steiner and the fast mount, because we are going back and forth on now is I want that FCD rail. Hey, buddy. So the current trade idea is my ODG SBA3 minus the split fix. I said I'm keeping my split fixes. Um, the ODG Raptor, and that's for the FCD rail, which dollar for dollar, it's about even. And then part two of the trade talks were well, he really wants my Geisley SSAE trigger. And I'm like, dude, oh, you're killing me. I just got that for the Radiant. He's like, do you have, because I asked him, I was like, what stuff are you looking for? We go back and forth. That's cool. Um, I'm like, man. He's like, well, I can throw. I have a brand new ODG SOP mod. So basically, part B of the first trade was, which is kind of funny. I'm like, I really want to get rid of some of the FDE stuff on the Suns Geisley because I'm going to be rocking that BCM 13.4 on it. I want to go more streamlined. That Geisley DDC. It's a nice rail. But it's a little beefy. I think I want to go for more of a streamline so I can do a C clamp a little easier. And I was like, well, if I do that, I don't need the Coyote Bravo. I don't need the Coyote P23. So he's like, well, I have that Black Bravo that you traded me. You want to trade back on colors? I was like, yeah, why not? So we're going to trade. I'm going to get my Black Bravo back and give him the Coyote. And the Black P23 that I gave him, and I'm going to give him the Coyote. I'm going to go like all black with some green, That's my thing, right? So he's like, you have any Radians? He's like, all I got are the FDE Radians on the Geisley, which I'm not going to take off. They rock on that thing. And the new black ones that came with the Radiant ADAC lower. I'm not going to part with those. And then he came down to the trigger. And I was like, oh, man, not the trigger, dude. Now, in hindsight, I kind of wish I'd ordered the flat one. Only because I like the flats better. Fat, stubby fingers, But the SSAE is probably one of the best triggers in the business, And I was like, I got to go for that. So I was like, first I was like, well, maybe. He was like, well, I'll throw you some cash. I was like, man, but then I'd have to kind of steal a crappier. I have the Centurions and the Triarch Enhanced Mil Specs triggers, which are decent. I have the FCD trigger on the Noveski right now. It shot great, but I'm like, it's a Radiant, man. I kind of owe it. I don't want to be disrespectful to the Radiant, and put lower grade parts in it. It just doesn't feel right, So I thought about it for a minute. I was like, man, I really don't think I want to part with that trigger, man. That's going in the Radiant. I was like, yeah, I kind of understand that. I have to ask. So we're doing our back and forth, We can come to a consensus. The even swaps on the Black Bravo P23 for the Coyote, I'm good with it. I'm going to get away from. I told him, I said, everything on this rifle is basically up for grabs. The DDC, the Geisley, the SCH FDE charging handle. Hell, the brand new Steiner I haven't even shot. Fuck it. If I'm going a different way on the scheme for colors, it's FDE. Kind of wish I would have bought the black one now. And the fast mount too. I put a lot of money into that fast mount. 3 something plus the J arm was another like $50-$60, whatever it was. Plus the 2 plates, the RMR and the aim point plate. Those are like $30 a piece around there. So I mean that adds up. And I was like, yeah, man, it's all. But I said, well, I have to sell some of this stuff. I can't just do trades for everything. I need to build that budget back up, So we're going back and forth. I was like, dude, I'll even part with the FDE, BCM, BCG if you have use for it. It'd be hard to let that go. It's hard to find those. It's not like top tier CAC type BCG or even a Psionics MP3, which I love my MP3, but it's a hard dude to find that FDE BCM. And it's a good solid $200 BCG. I'm like, I'm open to it depending on the deal. It's got to make sense. So we're doing a little back and forth. He's a really good guy. After we got that first trade out of the way, neither of us knew who each other really were. I remember when I was talking to the buyers of the stuff I sold. They don't know who they're talking to. You don't know who you're really talking to. It's some random alt account on the internet. You're talking about thousands of dollars and buying guns. Like, I need to know who you are. That's why it's understandable to be apprehensive. But if you get that out of the way, and you do a good deal, then you know you can trust them. Then it's like, all right, cool, we got that out of the way. Now we can. It's kind of fun, actually. All right, so what do you want to trade this month? All right, I'll trade you this for that, that for this, and I'll throw in an extra 50 for that, and you give me this, and it's like kind of cool, man. So yeah, that's about it. I got some stuff done today, non-pew related. Didn't get much pew related done, but we do have that on the way for the gun room, the table. So that's cool. Um, and going forward, I'm probably going to start with the Radian tomorrow. Build that upper. Excuse me, I'm getting old. I'm getting tired early. I'm barely drinking. This is my first beer in like a week and a half. Probably not. I probably had a beer like 4 days ago. I'm just not remembering. I'm not eating as much. I'm eating more healthy. I'm getting up early as shit every morning. After that whole tooth thing and all that pain, it's like I'm a different person afterwards. It's weird. Like I kind of woke up and said, "All right, enough of this slovenly bullshit, poor me approach to life. Get out there and be somebody. God damn it, make the changes to be better." I'm down to 281 and change. My peak weight was 305, 310 at the biggest. At the surgery time, I was 295 ish. After surgery, I was like 289 ish. Now I'm 281, 282, depending. I'm eating yogurt. For breakfast, I have a Nutri-Grain bar with my coffee. Take my vitamins. Eat light throughout the day. Those little small packets of almonds and cranberries when I get, little popcorn here and there, light stuff. So I'm just, I'm not trying to do it. I'm just doing it. I'm like, I want to feel better. I want more energy. I want to lose weight. I want to be able to move around. So yeah. As far as the Radiant, I like to start that build tomorrow. I think, depending on everything goes. It's silly because I could probably bang it all out in a couple hours, right? An hour, if I just want to say screw it. And I know I'd probably get it done pretty well, but I want to savor it a little bit. Not going to be another one for a while, unless I sell something else. And I really don't. There's really nothing more I really need to have right now. I wouldn't mind one more handgun. I got the Big Boy Legion, which I love. I think it rocks. Still got to shoot the 365, but ergonomically, it just feels great. I'm really happy I did that. I kind of want to get another 365 eventually, maybe a standard, not an XL, because I still have that spare grip. Make that my carry gun so I can get the slide Cerakoted by Salcarillo and some ODG eventually. That'll be my blinged out version. Put a better trigger in it and all that shit. And have my bone stock 365 XL or whatever for carry, But we'll see. I'm still curious about a Jericho and ODG. I'm not sure if that's a great choice or not. Still want a Glock again. Probably a 19 MOS or a 19 with a custom slide. Maybe. So there's always something you want. Every day I look at 10 things I know I can't afford. But I'm like, that's what I do. That's what most of us do, right? And I got a notification that there's going to be CAC 11.5 CQB uppers dropping in a couple weeks in a couple sites. I'm like, man. Some dudes are buying these things up, and I saw over at Rooftop, Saul was not happy. I don't think he had any orders that went out, but dudes are buying these up, and then they're going out immediately trying to resell them for like $2,500, $3,000 plus dollars. Hey, it's capitalism, man. It is what it is. The early bird gets the worm. You jump on a drop. It's an in-demand product. You see an opportunity. Somebody wants to pay more than MSRP for it. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think it's mean or mean-spirited. If you're willing to pay to play, then you pay to play. I see EPCs on GB and shit and other sites. The dudes are asking like $150, $200, $300. I'm seeing Radian CAC lowers. Just lowers on the block for $2,000-$3,000. I'm like, yeah, and there's somebody that will pay that, so that's cool. Whatever. I'm not going to rain on your parade. Makes it hard for when you're just trying to scrimp and save to finally grab one, and these other dudes are jumping on board and snagging them up just to flip them. when you want one passionately, that kind of hurts the soul a little bit. But hey, it is what it is, man. Don't be a pussy about it. You either fork over the extra cash or be quick on the drop. That's all I can tell you. There's no time for tears and whining bitches. Get it done. You'll figure out a way. So that's about it. Just thought I'd do a little end of the day kind of where the hell am I at? Good, feeling good. Uh, Want to get that radiant build started, get that all ironed out. Put a couple panels back in the safe, trying to figure out the way to feng shui ergonomic, make things fit a little better, more organized. I have limited space. It's a cheapo safe, you know. That's something that going forward I'd really like to get a better one down the line as soon as possible. But it is what it is. You have to work with what you got. I wish I was rich. Wish I hit the Powerball next week. There'd be some crazy shit on this channel if Jake Merica wins the Powerball. Holy shit! Merica Ranch, brothers. Merica Ranch. I ain't kidding. 1,000 acres, 2,000 acres, somewhere out there in Central Florida. Get all the lawyers and everything to square away all the legal stuff about I'm gonna have open ranges, long term. I want some long ranges to shoot some Barretts and shit. We're talking, we're going balls to the wall. Tropical paradise, several outdoor ranges, a really nice indoor, two probably indoor ranges. Yeah, backyard paradise. Off-road tracks for side-by-sides and ATVs, quarter-mile track for the muscle cars. Hell, we'll do a full oval with some twists and turns. Merica Ranch, a Phoenix Project initiative, is going to be a motherfucking a dude's paradise. That's all it'll be. We'll bring in taco trucks and barbecue caterers and shit. Fine-ass chicks all over the place in skimpy little bikinis, wet t-shirt contests, cold draft beer coming out of everywhere. America. That being said, just gonna do my thing and chill. And tomorrow's a new day. Hope you have a good one. Your pal Jay. Peace.